Hello, this is Dr. Tom, and I'd like to welcome you to a special update that I decided to shoot today regarding the coronavirus. Anna and I were sitting inside and getting an update, which I recommend and encourage people to do, to be informed about this situation, but to not be obsessed about this situation. This is not the kind of thing where it's necessary to spend 6 or 8 or 10 or 12 hours a day glued in front of a television getting the latest update. Be informed, but don't panic. This is a virus that is spreading around the world. It's in over 143 countries, I believe. That it doesn't matter if it's 143 or it goes to 145, it's going to go virtually everywhere. And most people are going to be exposed at some point, at some time, which is why there are some things that you can do which are smart, like the term social distancing. Who ever heard of social distancing 3 weeks ago? Well, it's because this particular virus spreads rapidly. The way it spreads is from person to person. So being around people, this is why people are being asked to not get close to others, to be self-quarantined, if you will. It makes sense. You see, being smart is the way to go at a time like this. There is no playbook for this. The world has no way to say, this is what we do. And so things are unfolding in real time, and that's okay. The reality is there are going to be more people that get infected. There are going to be more cities, more towns, more communities, more states, more countries, more continents. The numbers will continue to grow up until this runs its course. So the purpose of slowing down the curve is just that, to not put such a demand on medical systems that they become overwhelmed, that they can't handle it. So please be socially responsible. I have a word for you for today, and it's quite simply relax. And some of you may say, well, what do you mean relax? There's a crisis going on. There's a pandemic going on. Yes, it is a global pandemic, which means it's all over the globe. Fortunately, we are a global company. We're called the Global Information Network. We are a networking club that is made up of individuals from virtually all over the world, from all of those countries that are impacted. Here's the beauty of that. We can come together as a community. You see, there are always wins. There are always positive things that happen as a result of these kinds of situations. It is a global challenge, which provides global opportunity. This is a time where we can reach out to our fellow Gen members. We can do something like Anna and I have been doing. We have been planning meals based on certain countries. We'll have an Italian night meal. We'll have a Mexican meal. And we send out positive energy and love to those countries. Yes, we're even having Chinese food because there are people in China, regardless of your political affiliations or views on these. This is not a time to politicize this situation. This is a time to bring together people. Each of these countries have people. They have souls. Our job, if you so choose, my job, what we have chosen to do, is to respect some of those boundaries that the CDC and the World Health Organizations, well, let's not even politicize those. There are facts about how this particular virus spreads. That's what we know. So much is unknown. What we do know is that it spreads by human to human contact, so be around people less. Be smart, be informed. Rather than panic, have a plan, be prepared. Make some preparations. Get outside. Do something that takes your brain to a different place. When I walked outside today and the birds were chirping, it's just rained here. You can probably see the driveway's wet behind me. I've been walking around looking at this crabapple tree above my head that's just getting ready to pop. It is so full of potential. Just like you, life will go on. This will get better. It will take some time. It's going to get worse. Here, as an example, here in Arkansas, they're now predicting, because there's starting to be history come in from all over the world. They're predicting that our peak of this will be in 6 to 8 weeks if we practice some of the practices that have been proven to work, which is don't get around people, wash your hands. I will tell you that the situation about masks, about touching your mouth and touching your nose, and this virus also can be spread through your eyes. So be careful. You're going to begin to see people beginning to wear more goggles because the tears, the fluids of your body are where this virus can be transferred. The challenge is it lives for a period of time. When you touch different surfaces, this virus can live on those surfaces. And when someone else touches those surfaces, then they can, in fact, carry the disease. You don't have to be symptomatic. You see, most people aren't having major symptoms. It's a number between 80 and 90% who show very minimal or no signs, yet they can still be a carrier of this particular virus. So be smart, be prepared, be socially conscious. When I say be socially conscious, what I mean, probably a better phrase, is to be socially responsible. You see, when people begin to also move into their homes, maybe you're working at home and you've never done that before. That is a very different beast. It's a different animal, if you will. It takes discipline. It takes responsibility. It changes your habits. It will change the way you snack. So begin to eat healthy snacks. I would suggest dressing like you're going to work. Keep some things as familiar as you can while you're at home. Take a lunch hour, schedule it. Because there are always, you see, I have some experience in working from home, so I know that it takes discipline. I know it takes planning. I know that you need to schedule some certain things because other areas of your life are very disrupted. I know because we had a 1-year-old birthday planned for a grandson, Wesley, on Saturday this week, and we canceled that. And it's the first time, this is minuscule compared to what's happening. It's just simply an example to say, make some changes. We thought it would not be responsible for us to get our family together to celebrate. So what did we do? We did a FaceTime. Sure, it wasn't the same. Sure, it was different. Sure, I didn't get to hold him and hug him and kiss him, and neither did Anna. And it's the first birthday we've missed in all 4 of our grandchildren. You see, but we did a FaceTime because human interaction and continued communication is important. So Skype with someone, Skype with your family, do a Zoom call, do FaceTime. Use the phone, call them, text them if you will. Stay in communication with people because it's important. It's an important part psychologically of what's happening and what's coming. Take this, if you will, take this from the me concept to the we concept. You see, it's such a simple letter. If you take the M and flip it, it becomes a W. So rather than think about me, think about we. What happens to us as a group, as a community, as a state, as a country, as a continent, as a globe? This is a time for people to unite. This is the time to put down the chaos. Go outside, listen to the birds chirp. Go for a walk. Don't get in crowds. Go for a walk. Be outside. Get next to nature. Reconnect to source. Think positive thoughts. Go to the Gen website. Listen to what we have to say on a regular basis. Listen to the Terrific Tuesdays. Listen to the Power Up series that we're releasing. We're going to be doing a Wellness Wednesday. Listen to those for health tips. You see, listen to the Friday updates. We'll keep you apprised of what's happening in the world and how you can utilize your Success Mastery course to grow. And in closing today with this message, I would like to tell you that this particular virus is more difficult on the lungs. This is why there's all the talk about respirators. It begins with a dry cough. It's a lung challenge. So the smart thing to do is to build your lungs. Start doing some breathing exercises. Go for a walk. Build your immune system. Take some vitamin C. Take your vitamins regularly. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Don't drink as much alcohol. Those are things that will decrease your immune system. You see, it's about being smart. It's about being ahead of the curve. It's what can I do? That me part of that is what can I do to build my immunity so that I am stronger, so I am less susceptible to having that, to be in that 10%, an estimated 10% of the population that gets more severe symptoms. You see, you can't, it's going to be very difficult to avoid exposure to this. The challenge is, how can I build my immune system? How can I begin to change my diet? You see, it's a perfect opportunity to change. It's a perfect opportunity for all those things you tell yourself over and over and over and over and over and over that you're going to do. Well, stop going to do it and just do it. Remember your training in the Success Mastery course. Spend more time listening to those positive information. Listening to those positive messages, if you will. There is a tremendous amount of volume of information that is available for you on the website that will put your brain in a positive place. Don't panic, plan. And remember, GIN, the Global Information Network, is all around you. We're here for you. If there's anything we can do to help you, contact support@GenUnited.com. Send us some of your wins. Send us some things that you're doing that are helpful for you individually, that are helpful for you and your family, that help you communicate with your GIN brothers and sisters. And we'll begin to pass those on to the entire membership. I'm Dr. Tom. Thank you for your time. Be safe.